Are you struggling to advance your career but keep getting blocked by a lack of experience? Let's dive into the real reason behind your career stagnation and how to actually get the experience that you lack. Hi, I'm Dr. Lewis Thomas, your disillusionment coach and GP. Welcome to the channel if you're new. Today we're diving into why many of us face career stagnation and struggle with gaining experience. I'm going to talk about career stagnation, experience gaps, and a few thoughts that have been on my mind from my own personal experience. By the end of this video, you'll know exactly what you need to do to easily overcome any obstacle that stands in your way. Life's full of ups and downs, and that's what makes it interesting. As long as we're on an upward trend overall, then it's all good. The worst feeling in life is when you realise you've plateaued for way too long and time's just passing by without anything happening. It can start to feel very boring and depressing. Because we spend the majority of our lives working, career stagnation is the main element of this boredom. This is when you feel stuck in your job with little or no opportunity for growth or progress. This stagnation occurs because you've stopped actively participating in life. If you think of life like an around the world road trip, say you've started in London and you've driven as far as Paris. What happens when you get to Paris is you're just sat there sitting in your car and waiting for something to happen. Then eventually you realise you don't like Paris, but the drive to get there was so epic and long that you just resign yourself to sit there and hope that something good happens while you're just sitting twiddling your thumbs in your car. And that's what happens to people in careers. You get to your destination and then just sit there and stagnate and don't like it. Being proactive means getting out of the car and exploring the city fully, or travelling on to another destination. But most people tend to wait for something to happen to them instead of being proactive. But what if you are trying to be proactive in your career, but when you go exploring you can't access areas because you don't have the required experience? This is a massive hurdle that can make us head back to the car to sit and stagnate. Pushing through this hurdle is what I would call fake it till you make it, but this requires a lot of confidence and courage that not everyone has. For me personally, I lacked the confidence and courage, but also had a strong value of integrity, and I judged myself very harshly. I think the issue is that I had a resistance to do something publicly that I'd not done before, as though I had done it before. It felt like pretending to be confident was kind of fraudulent and deceptive, and that kind of made my value of integrity feel threatened, which for me, because it's a core value, it threatened my existence. It felt unbearable to me. But I realized that operating from this mindset makes it really difficult to gain experience and actually grow in life. And I think a lot of people have this when it comes to doing things they've not done before. This is why we have systems and structured experience programs like schools and colleges. They're protected learning environments that are set up for people to gain experience without being seen as fake, or without feeling the risk of getting discovered for being fraudulent. It's acknowledged that you're a beginner and you don't feel judged in comparison to accomplished, experienced people. You're guided by more experienced people through the challenge of acquiring skills and experience that you don't already possess. However, in any given area, there's only so much that you can be taught by conventional learning systems until you plateau and stagnate. To get to a higher level that provides more stimulation and excitement, we have to overcome the experience gap. This is the difference between the skills that you have and the skills required for the role that you aspire to. So I've been thinking a lot lately, particularly as I'm learning and developing myself on a public platform. So here's a hypothetical situation. If you had said to me a couple of years ago, Lewis, we have a really special GP job for you that you're gonna love and pays a lot more. The only catch is that in order to be considered for the job, you have to have a YouTube channel with over 10,000 subscribers, and in every video you have to show your face speaking to the camera. I have said, sorry, this job's not for me, like, I can't do it. It'll probably end up sucking anyway, I don't really want the job. And that's what it comes down to, really. How bad do you want the job? In the context of going through an uncomfortable experience to get a job that I don't really want, I'm just gonna head back to sit in the car and stagnate. The thing is, the requirement to gain a difficult, specific experience in isolation will always block people who don't have an adequate level of desire. The issue isn't the hurdle itself. The issue is that we lack the creativity and desire to get around it. So then the hurdle just appears as this all-consuming barrier that we just see as an automatic route to failure and then don't even want to try. So what's the solution? You have to find something that gives you the desire and creativity to get around the experience gap. You can do this by working for yourself on your own projects to gain the experience in a way that's more natural for you and based on your goals. Take leadership experience, for example, because it's a common requirement. Suppose you're a professional seeking a promotion or looking for a new job, but you don't have leadership experience. All the opportunities for you to get leadership experience will be given to people who already have leadership experience or have more experience than you. So what you end up having to do is make your own opportunity. And you can do this by focusing on something you're passionate about and can do better than anyone else. And this is the point that you might need to consider a career change. You need a passion project, something that requires you to do a lot of different things and learn and acquire lots of different skills. But the reason that you're doing it is because you're working towards an outcome that you've chosen, that you're passionate about. So I would suggest working for yourself, and obviously starting your own business is a big part of that. But working for yourself doesn't have to be starting your own business. It just means doing something meaningful to you personally that you're in control of. The energy of your passion will help you overcome the lack of confidence and give you the courage to acquire all the skills you lack in an authentic way. This is because belief in something that you're truly passionate about is always going to be enough to surpass any experience gap. When we see people faking it till they make it, we all have the ability to do that even if we feel like we're not confident. All we need to do is draw on our passion, and that will give us the confidence in order to do it. That's what people are doing when they're faking it till they make it. They're not just magicking the confidence out of thin air, they're drawing it from something they're passionate about, something that has a lot of meaning to them. So if you don't feel confident or brave enough to take on a leadership position in your current organization, then what you need to do is create your own passion project that gives you the confidence to be a leader. Because in this process, when you're doing and learning new things, putting yourself out there as a beginner will stop feeling scary and it will start feeling really exciting because of the energy of the passion. And that's this optimistic energy where even if you mess up, you don't feel bad about it because you know that you have the energy to just carry on and try again, and you know that eventually you're going to make it work and it's going to get better and better until you get it right. By choosing and creating a project that represents you and your unique passion, you'll automatically have the experience and confidence as if you were an expert, even though you're a beginner. Because you're gaining experience and experiences around your core subject, which is much easier than trying to gain experience in isolation because you've been ordered to, or because it's at the request of someone else and it has no particular meaning to you. So you've got to create the opportunities by immersing yourself in the passion that you actually care about and is meaningful to you. Because when you feel so strongly about something, when you feel like it's your purpose and you just carry on doing it consistently, eventually you're going to build something that other people can just automatically recognize that the evidence is there, that you have the required experience, and they're just going to offer you a job without having to go through any hurdles. They're just going to say, look what you've done. That's amazing. Like, please do this for me. And that's happened just from you naturally following through with the process of doing something that you wanted to do because it had deep meaning for you. You wanted to do it for yourself. This is why it's so important that your career is something you're truly passionate about and you do it for the right reasons. The time that you spend waiting and searching for job opportunities to come to you will be much better spent on creating your own opportunities, working on your passion project and making that into your job. So, in summary, gaining experience in your career to set you apart and get you to the next level is always going to be difficult. Learning from traditional schools and universities will only get you so far because they're not able to provide you with the kind of passion and desire that is needed in order to get to that next level and overcome any potential barriers and obstacles. That has to come from inside of you, from something that you feel deeply, strongly passionate about and is meaningful to you. The best way of never having to worry about a lack of experience or having to be in a position where you don't have any experience but you're having to act as if you do in order to get the experience is to actually start your own passion project, and then you'll naturally acquire the experiences and the skills that you need because you're not having to think about it. It will just happen as a result of you striving towards an outcome. So you'll keep going on this journey, this round the world road trip, and you won't stop in your car and just sit there. You'll keep going and exploring until you find what it is that you need or you want in order to continue and to live your best life. So I hope that's giving you some encouragement and something to think about that will help you if you're feeling stuck or you find yourself in this plateau phase of the career stagnation and you're not sure what to do. If you found this video helpful, please like, share and subscribe. It'd be great to hear your own thoughts and experiences in the comments, or any questions that you might have, feel free to reach out. You can find me on socials in the description, or just leave a comment and I will reply to it.